Good afternoon. This is a screencast on navigating English 201, the course in Canvas. I'm viewing the website from the student view. So when you log into Canvas, this is what you should see. I wanted to take just a minute and let you know where everything is located in the Canvas shell. So that you can find everything that you need. On the home page, you will see a couple of quick links. We'll talk about those in just a second. And then down below that, you'll find my contact information. My contact information has not changed from last semester. And so I'm pretty sure that everybody that's in here has already had me at least once. So you know how to get in touch with me. So clicking on this first quick link will take you to a copy of the syllabus. The syllabus has multiple bits of information that are going to be important for you. Mainly at the bottom, it has a week by week layout of our class agenda, what you're required to read, when your discussion post is due, and that kind of thing. So that is something that you definitely want to make sure that you have a copy of, so that you can, if you keep up with a planner or whatnot, you can keep up with those assignments. I'm going to go back out of that, and then, well, I say I am. I'm just going to go back to the home page. Well, my goodness. Let me see what I've done here. Made a little error. Okay. Underneath that is a link to due date. So that little document that was at the bottom of the syllabus, I've just put it for you here in table form. The links will pop up so that you can submit the assignment on the date that it's due. But it has the due date, and with those discussions, you're going to be posting your response. And we'll look at an example. We'll look at the assignment in just a moment. And then you are required to respond to one or more of your peers. One peer. You're required to respond to one of your peers for the following day at 11:59 p.m. So 11:59 p.m. is the cutoff time for all of your assignments, just like we did in 101 and 102. I'm going to go to the week 1 discussion. Well, I'll have to open that from my page because yours is locked until you are able to see it. Underneath there is the course modules, and what that will do is each week, and our weeks are going to run from Wednesday to Tuesday. Since we're starting on a Wednesday, our week is from that Wednesday of the week to the Tuesday of the following week, with your assignment being due on the next day, the Wednesday. And so we're going to keep that track so that we stay on track for the semester. Week 1, I already have, I have a couple of videos that I've yet to post, but each one of your units or your weekly assignment pages will look like this. You'll have your list of required readings at the top, and I'm going to show you where you can go to find those. Since I did not require you to purchase the textbook, you can find all of your readings at this link, and we'll look at that in just a moment. Underneath that, you'll see lectures, your screencast, and text notes. So I do an overview lecture for the entire week of the people that you're going to be reading about, the time period, the historical context, just to give you some background information, because that's really helpful as we go along in American literature, for you to understand what's going on during the time that these texts are being written. It will help aid in greater understanding of the texts themselves. And then for each one of the authors, you will find a text notes. These are my text notes that I've written on the stories themselves, or journals, or whatever it is that we're reading. And then you'll also find, when it's posted, there'll be a video, a screencast, where I'm kind of going through the text that I'm asking you to read each week. And it's going to be really important that you follow along and you read the text, and then you read my notes, and you watch the screencast, because that will help you prepare for the discussion, the weekly discussion assignments, and for the exams themselves. Excuse me. At the bottom, At the bottom of the page is your assignment for the week, and that's just another link to that discussion board post that you'll be posting each week after you've done all your readings and read your notes. So I'm going to leave a student view for just a moment and go open up my view so that you can see the discussion board post, because I kind of want to explain that to you. Let me go to the back to the course modules and open. So the discussion board, what I've done is I have pulled one kind of discussion question from each one of the stories, and you're going to have a choice. You can choose any of the however many numbers there are to choose. You can choose from that and write a response to that that prompt. And so basically what I would like for you to do is to follow our CTE response. And I have linked that to this assignment just to kind of refresh your memory. We did that multiple times in 102. And so that's what your discussion board post will be, is basically a CTE response to the prompt. 1 to 2 paragraphs, well thought out, following those grammatical conventions, mechanical conventions that should be prominent now in your writing. These are not just 2-sentence responses, and that's to help you prepare for the short answer questions that you're going to encounter on your text. After you do your response, then you will read your classmates' post, and I encourage you, even though you only have to respond to one, I encourage you to read all of your classmates' responses, because there might be things that they see in what they're reading or how they respond that can help aid you in fully developing your own ideas about those responses. But you are going to add your own thoughts to their post. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be on the exact same prompt that you are writing, that you wrote about. It can be on one of the other ones, because you're going to, at this point, by the end of the week, you will have gone through all 4 of, in this particular instance, all 4 of the required readings. And so, because you never know what's going to pop up on the test. I'm not going to give you exactly the stories that I'm going to put on there. So you're going to want to have ideas about each one of them. So reading all the posts and kind of developing your own ideas is really going to help you be successful. You'll see that for this week, we have 4 possible choices that you can choose for your discussion, and you'll take that and you'll develop a CTE on one of those posts and then respond to one of your peers. Remember that your assignments are due by 11:59 p.m. on that Wednesday date, and then you have until the following night at midnight, essentially 11:59, to respond to a classmate's post. And that's where the bulk of your grade is going to come from. You'll have one of these for every week. And then those will be 30-point assignments, and then you'll have your 3 major tests. Okay. The tests themselves will be comprehensive for the literature that you've read for each section. So for the first, I think there are like 5 weeks before the first test. So from all the literature, all the notes and stuff that we do is going to be on that first test. And basically what it'll be is it'll be a comprehensive. You'll have to match the authors to the stories, so you'll need to kind of keep that in mind when you're writing your notes and whatever. You'll need to keep that in mind. You'll match the author to the story. You'll have a section of multiple choice, and it will all be questions that are covered in those lectures and those discussion notes. Everything is there for you, so you got to take the time to kind of go through it. And then you'll have between 2 and 5 short answer. They won't be as lengthy as a CTE, but it'll kind of follow that whole idea of responding to a short answer prompt for the story. And it will be ones that you've encountered over the course of the the weeks leading up to the exam. I encourage you to stay on top of your reading assignments. Follow, good practice. You have 7 days in between, well, technically 6 in between each assignment. So you have 6 days to break down the reading. Some texts are obviously longer than others. Poetry shouldn't take you very long to get through, but there are some significantly larger pieces of literature. So you should be reading every night. Or during class, during the day when you have free time. Try to get your reading assignments done, and then read the text notes and listen to the lectures to help you expand your thinking. So I wish you the best of luck, and I will be in and out, sending you emails when I start to see things arise. I will be responding back to your posts, your discussion board posts, with some kind of ideas to think about, things that I think maybe would help you develop your responses a little bit more fully. And so it's not like I won't be in touch, but make sure that you stay on top of your assignments, and I'm looking forward to a great semester.